Yo, what is going on, guys? Jeff back here for another video. It's been a couple of weeks since my last upload about Project Xylus Excelsior. Took a little break for the Thanksgiving holiday here in the United States. For all of you guys who are in the US, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. But I am back here for another little sneak peek, another little preview of the new Excelsior kit that is coming for the Z33. Still looks like shambles back there, but believe me, it's all gonna come together real nice. So in this one, you're gonna see a couple of new little things, nothing major, so to say, but you're going to see the new roof spoiler and another accessory piece, an accessory canard piece that actually attaches from the new side skirt to the new rear fender. And I will actually show you a couple of photos in this video that I wasn't previously going to show you, but I decided for the sake of showing you that how this works, how the spoiler looks, and how the new side piece works and all that, it's best just to show you a photo of the pieces on the car and everything. So you're going to get your first look at how the rear quarter panel actually looks, or the new rear fender looks on the car connected to the side skirt. And then you're going to see the new side winglet. I'll call it a winglet. I don't really know what to call it. It's not really a winglet. It's not a canard necessarily, but it's cool nonetheless. I think you guys will really like it. And then I'll just show you how the roof spoiler looks on top of the car as well, and I think you guys will be really stoked on that. And also, you are going to see the new wheel setup. So I'm going to be running the same wheels that I've had previously on Xylus. That's the Workmeister M1 3-piece. That is by far one of my absolute favorite wheels. I've loved it so very much, and I knew right when I got the car that that was the wheel that I wanted on this car. And you know, I'll never sell them. I love those wheels, so I decided to run those wheels on the new build as well, as opposed to buying new wheels. There is some other wheels that I like too, and I may switch to somewhere down the line, but I figured I'm going to stick with the M1s, but I decided to rebuild them. So I went ahead and re-lipped them. The new wider kit obviously necessitated wider wheels, so I had to rebuild them. I couldn't use the same wheel spec that I was using previously. Still the Workmeister M1s, and still with the matte gunmetal face that they had, but you're going to see the new color on the new lip. Now, of course, the car is still extremely dusty and dirty and not anything pretty right now, so please bear with me. It's my little disclaimer. Bear with me as the car is still up on jack stands. It's got dust, it's got tools on it, it's got fiberglass on it, it's got a whole bunch of stuff. It's basically my workbench right now. It has been for the last several months, so please bear with me. I wasn't intending, again, to show any close-ups of the car right now, but because I want content for you guys, I'm just gonna say screw it, but bear with me if you would. Some of you guys should notice that the quality of the video is looking quite a bit better than some of my previous videos. That's because I did switch up to a new camera, so that should solve a lot of the weird autofocus issues I've been having with the last few videos. I just got rid of that old camera altogether and upgraded to a new one, so I hope this quality is better for you guys. Well, with that being said, let's get right into it. I'm gonna show you guys the new roof spoiler first, and then we'll move into showing you some of the other stuff, the new wheels, the side piece. I'll just call it the side piece for now, and all that. So let's get right into it. Check out this new roof spoiler. Alright, I am running out of light really quick here, so we're just going to be briefly outside here for a moment while I show you the new roof spoiler design. And then we'll move into the garage, and I'll actually put it on the car so you guys can see it, see what it looks like, how it lays on the back hatch and all that. But here is the new roof spoiler that I've designed and built for the new Z33 Excelsior kit. As I have mentioned previously, this kit is a very all-inclusive kit, so it's not just a front bumper and side skirts and rear bumper. There's a lot of pieces that are going to be involved in this kit, including this roof spoiler here. I think if I tallied it up correctly, the last time I tallied it up, the kit's going to be at least 10 pieces altogether. This is just one of the accessory pieces that is not necessarily necessary for the kit, but one that I think adds a lot. It's very simple, not much to look at here. It's just a roof spoiler that would look like a lot of the others that are out there on the market, but the Z33 doesn't actually have too many offerings for roof spoilers. I was actually looking at a couple of them, maybe to buy as a base and then, you know, work from that, maybe modify an existing design or something, and I couldn't actually find any that I liked on the market, so that necessitated that I just go ahead and design and build my own from scratch. So this is literally foam that I used, polyurethane foam on the inside, and then I just carved it out, shaped it by hand, sanded the shape and everything, with the exception of these end pieces. This end here and the end on the other side there, those are actually those were 3D printed. So I still used the foam to shape it, but instead of just keeping it all one piece in foam, because I wanted exact symmetry on both sides, instead of trying to match it up by eye, I just made one side first, and then I 3D scanned it, and then I printed a duplicate on the other side. So these are actually 3D printed ends so that the symmetry is exactly the same on both sides. And I thought it turned out really cool, and I will show you on the car here. Again, it's not much to look at sitting here out on the stand here, but on the car it looks really cool. It comes down a little bit over the hatch there, as you'll see as I put it on the car, and it's just really cool. It didn't take too long to make it, and it was something that adds a lot to the car. Alright, and just like that, we are out of light. As you can see, our light is already almost nothing, so we're gonna head into the garage now. And again, here's my work desk. Told you the car's not pretty at all right now, but anyway, I went ahead and put the roof spoiler. Hey, here's another little sneak peek, by the way. Switching up the mirrors. These are GK Tech Ganador style GK Tech mirrors, very high quality mirrors. They got the blue mirror too. We're switching up to those mirrors as well, and they will be body matched and all that. I think it's just a great upgrade. I wasn't initially a huge fan of this type of mirror, but it actually works so well with my new front fenders. The new front fenders actually flow so beautifully. That raised part right here flows so beautifully up into the opening right there in the mirror that I just had to go with them. So that's going to be another little addition. I wasn't even planning on talking about that in this video, but there you go, another little sneak peek at what's going to be different. But yeah, look, check this out. Man, here's the new rear fender on the car, and there's our new wheel setup. Not being real secretive about it at this point, I'm just trying to get it out. But yeah, there it is. Like I showed you guys in the rear fender video, it extends all the way up to the back of the door. The body line right there is matched from the door line. It's just horrible, all the dust and everything, so it looks really sloppy right now, but trust me, when everything's clean and all that, it's gonna be looking good. Again, I had mentioned that I was able to get rid of those mounting holes up here, so that actually tucks under the tail light now, as I showed you previously. So there's that. There's our front fender that I showed you guys, and that's also the rear bumper that I'm not going to be showing you guys, so don't look too hard at that. I'll be showing that maybe in the next video. I'll have the rear bumper all set for you guys. There's a couple more things I got to do on it before I'm going to show it, but yeah, let's talk about the wheels real quick, and then we'll go back up to the roof spoiler there. The wheels, Werkmeister M1 3-piece, like I said before. Same wheels that we've had on the car previously, but they're now re-lipped. We have a beautiful new color on the lip. This is Werk Candy Bronze on the lip color, so I think it just looks absolutely amazing against the matte black face of the spoke there. With the center cap, you got to have the center caps, man. You just got to. If you don't have center caps on your Werk wheels, guys, get the center caps. You may not like them at first. I actually didn't think that I wanted the center caps when I first got these wheels, but when I got them, holy moly, it made a huge difference. So get your center caps. But man, also the polished hardware in there, if you can see, is something that I just absolutely love. I use the same hardware when I had my polished lips, which are now mounted up on my walls. As you can see there's my previous lips that I had. And instead of just putting bronze hardware or black hardware or whatever, or gold, I went with the polished hardware, and I just love it. I freaking love it. It looks amazing. And so this is our new wheel setup. The wheels are a lot wider than they were previously. Previously the backs were 12.5 wide. I believe it was a 5-inch lip previously. I think those were my 5-inch lips. Step lip, of course, for the Werkmeister M1. We've now moved up to a 7-inch lip in the back, and so the total width of the wheels now are 14.5 in the back. In the fronts, I'm also running 12.5, so those are not quite as pretty right now, so I wiped these down for the sake of the video. But also you can see Toyo Tires R888R tire setup now, as opposed to the old what was I running, Falcon setup before. So great tire upgrade as well that we're going to be running on Xylus when he comes back out. But here's your first look at the new rear fender on the car with the new wheel setup, new wheel color. So I hope you guys like that so far. Now again, the car is on jack stands, so you got this huge gap. That's not going to be there when the car is down on the ground, when it's aired out. This lip, as I've explained in the previous video, literally tucks into this slot right here. So the slot between the tire and the wheel, this lip tucks right in there. Same thing with the fronts also. So don't mind this huge monster truckish look right now. We're on jacks at the moment, so yeah. And the other cool thing too is this vent here in the front, you can see right through. I don't know why I can't see through it, but typically you can see, there we go. Yeah, you can see all the way through the back, and when the car is aired out, you can actually see the tire inside this vent. It's just so dope. It's amazing. So you guys will get a chance to see that when the car is all done. Obviously you can see how the door handle relief works now. Because this is so wide, so much wider, it actually comes up flush to where the door handle is here. If I would have left this just straight across, so I had to actually create this little indentation so you could still get in there and open the door. It just looks cool too. So that is how that works. And of course, give you a little view of this side also. So that is that's what that's looking like, and I'm going to show you a photo of this and the side skirt and everything is well connected, so you can see how the new side piece is going to work as well. But let's move back up to the roof spoiler for the moment. So here's how the new roof spoiler is mounted on the car. Now, one important thing to note about this is that this was actually designed to work with these Accessory louvers. So in order to run this roof spoiler, you actually do have to be running the Accessory louvers, because it actually sits right on top of the top slat of the Accessory louvers. So as I lift this up here, you can see there's the top slat, and it actually fits just like a puzzle piece right on top of the top slat there. Now this may not look like the hatch would open. If I tried to open the hatch, it looks like it's gonna hit here, but it actually doesn't. I made sure it cleared and everything. So this is how it sits. You do need these acoustic louvers for it, but I figured there's enough people out there running these that when we get this kit into production, God knows when that'll be, but when it is in production, all the people out there running louvers who want a little extra something, we'll have this option right here for the Excelsior roof spoiler. Now again, this is an optional piece. You don't necessarily have to have this on the car, but for me personally, I absolutely love roof spoilers, always have. Kind of got into them from seeing them on Silvias initially, a lot of the Silvias of the early 2000s in Japan, S14s, S13s, S15s running roof spoilers. I got super into them, and so when I was doing a lot of modeling, like playing with model cars and stuff like that, I made a whole bunch of roof spoilers for like all my little model cars. I just got super addicted to them, so I knew right away coming into this new build that I was definitely going to have to include a roof spoiler in the kit. So not necessary, but I think it's a great accessory piece just to cap off the roof line of the car. You know, I wanted to nail the angle of it just right. I didn't want it to be so high that it looked like a brake flap, and I didn't want it so low that, you know, it looked like there wasn't a spoiler at all. So I kind of got it just right where it still very nicely plays into the louvers. I like this side profile here where you can see the louvers coming up, and then it just kind of dips down. That little side piece right there dips down over the hatch line. I think that looks really cool. So yeah, I think it looks great personally. It looks like kind of like crap right now, but when it's mounted on there, when everything is all mounted and it's body matched, the paint is all matched and everything, it's going to look a lot better. And like I said, it's just going to cap everything off. I may still go in and do something else on the roof itself also. That was actually my initial plan, was to do like maybe a custom, like a double bubble roof or something like that. But for now, I'm satisfied with just the roof spoiler. I think it looks good. The wing setup on this car will be getting a lot of love as well. So the only thing left to talk about in this video is that new little side piece that I was talking about. So let me whip that out and show you what I am talking about. And that is this right here. Here is this new side. Again, like I said, it's not a canard necessarily. It's not a winglet. I guess it would be more of a winglet than a canard. Or maybe more of a canard than a winglet. Again, I don't know. But this is a piece that actually goes on the car. Right about here is where it fits. And obviously the side skirt is not on the car, so I'm going to show you a photo right now of what this looks like on the car. So this is what this piece looks like. This is how it was designed. It was designed to be an attachment point between the side skirt and the rear quarter panel. So you can see it's a very nice little additional piece. I explained in the side skirt video that that rear section right by those large vents on the side skirt were intentionally left very flat. That's because that is the mounting area for this side piece. It mounts in several spots, 4 different spots in specific, 2 along the bottom and 2 in the center, and then actually a 5th up on the top, where it matches right up to the new quarter panel. It actually bolts right up there as well, just under it rather. So it is a 5-point attachment, so it's very sturdy, very strong, and it just mates the rear quarter panel to the side skirt and looks really darn cool also. It's not really flimsy looking like a piece of ABS or a real thin piece of composite like a carbon fiber or whatever. It's got some thickness to it, got a little girth to it, so it looks really nice, and it just brings out the width of the back end of the car a little bit more. So I thought it turned out really cool as opposed to just a simple little winglet like I've run in the past. Now you'll notice all the little dots on this thing. Those are actually 3D scanning dots. I actually went ahead and 3D scanned this piece right here, and I am just going to go ahead and 3D print the exact opposite side, because trying to perfectly match this thing on the other side is almost an impossibility. I mean, it's not impossible, but definitely more work than I want to do at this point. So I went ahead and 3D scanned this, and I'm just going to end up 3D printing just like I did with the end pieces on the roof spoiler there. It's just going to be a 3D scan, 3D print type of deal, and then we're going to go ahead and mold and pull these in composites when the time comes for that. There's going to be a lot of the kit that's going to be done in that way. All of this is going to be 3D scanned. All of the pieces, the fenders, the side skirts, all the accessory pieces, it's all going to be 3D scanned, 3D printed, and then molded and all that. So a lot of this car is going to be going through the 3D print, 3D scan process, and that's a whole nother thing that we're not quite ready for just yet, but that is where we're going to be going, just so that we get great symmetry from one side or the other. I didn't even want to try to match the symmetry with this much detail in the fenders. You can see there's the front one again and the rear one then there. I did not even want to try to go onto the other side of the car and start trying to make this stuff by hand, match the symmetry by hand. It would just be an absolute nightmare. So from the beginning I knew that I'm going to go ahead and just do the 3D scan, 3D print process. It's very expensive and it takes a long time, but that's what we're just going to have to do. It's so detail intensive at this point that it's just going to require that much. Anything else to show in this video? I don't know. My front bumper is sitting right over there. I'm not going to show you that. I'm still working on that, but it is turning out absolutely epic, you guys. Can't wait to show you that. Like I said, I'm going to probably be showing you the new rear bumper in the next video. A couple more things I got to do on that before that's ready to show. Alright guys, and that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me for another little sneak peek at Project Xylus Excelsior coming soon. I will have another one up as quickly as I can. Next one may not come up right away because like I said, I'd like it to be the rear bumper, and there's a couple of things I got to do still on it. Don't know how long that's going to take because I'm really bullet focused on the front bumper right now, but I will have another one up for you very quickly. Actually, next one may not be Excelsior related. We might go into something else. I've got a few requests for people looking for my top 10 G35s, G37s right now too, so we may go into that, or we may find some other topic to make a video on, but I want to get something up for you guys as quickly as possible. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the upgraded quality of the new camera here. I certainly am. This little preview thing that I'm looking at right now looks amazing. So absolutely appreciate you guys always supporting me. Thank you for all the comments, all the love that you give me both here on YouTube and on Instagram as well. Subscribe to the channel if you're not, if you'd like to continue to see updates on Project Xylus Excelsior as they come along. Thank you guys so much. Love y'all. God bless.